Every year, Fontestad sends hundreds of millions of citrus fruit to a range of markets throughout Spain and Europe. However, in order to know exactly where every orange was grown, when it was picked, which treatments it was received, and exactly which process it was subjected to before arriving in the hands of the consumer, you don't need to be a fortune teller. The whole life of each and every Fontestad orange is recorded in its tag. The life of a Fontestad orange. The life of a Fontestad orange begins well before the fruit is born. Land is chosen, the best land. The farmers who are selected receive specific instructions on how a Fontestad orange should be grown, how to pick it, what fertilizers or pesticides to use. Before accepting a harvest, Fontestad carries out visual inspections and residue analysis tests in its own laboratories, making sure that all the fruit it selects meets the strictest European food industry regulations. And the quality of the test that Fontestad performs in the fields is confirmed by the most rigorous international certifications. Identification of batches. Fontestad identifies every batch picked from each field. When an orange arrives at Fontestad, we know exactly where it comes from, how it has been grown, when it was picked. That and other data is introduced into our computerized management and quality control programs, which begins a series of processes designed to monitor the traceability of each Fontestad citrus fruit. Fontestad classifies each batch of citrus fruits according to its colors, sizes, and qualities. On these modern lines, each orange is scanned at high speed by the TetraScan device and is automatically calibrated. The fruits are classified and, depending on their different characteristics, are stored in different kinds of chambers for cold preservation or maturation. Our management and quality control programs determine when the treatment of each citrus fruit should begin without ever losing traceability. Personalized production and treatment. After another manual selection, the washing process begins, eliminating any possible residues. In order to satisfy the demand of those customers who request fruits without chemical preservatives, Fontestad has specialized production lines. New tests for residues complement those already carried out. Fontestad doesn't settle for the results of tests done in accredited laboratories, and they repeat those tests, carrying them out in their own laboratories. In addition to protecting the fruit, the polishing process enables it to regain its natural visual luster. Technologies using ultraviolet light allow expert sorters to detect even the slightest flaw. The expert sorters make a specialized selection according to qualities, classifying the fruit in order to best suit the demands of each customer. The packaging process also takes into account the specific demands of each customer with regard to the type of package, sizes, and brands. Finally, perfect fruits, perfectly wrapped, are stored in cold stores until they are dispatched. Maintaining the cold chain. The aim of fast freezing is to adapt the temperature of the fruits to that of the storage chambers, where each batch is kept prior to being dispatched, or moved to the refrigerator lorry waiting to transport them. This continuous temperature control system ensures that the cold chain is never broken at any moment. The fruits start their trip in perfect condition, each one heading to their corresponding market. But with every batch of fruit it sends, Fontestad preserves a sample to carry out the commercial life test. This test reproduces the thermal conditions which each delivery is subject to, in order to analyze the behavior of the fruit until it reaches the market. Every year, Fontestad sends hundreds of millions of citrus fruits to a range of markets throughout Spain and Europe. The whole life of each and every Fontestad orange is recorded in this tag. Strict control of traceability. A strict control of traceability enables us to know the exact location where Fontestad orange was grown, when it was picked, which treatments it received, or the exact processes it was subjected to before reaching the consumer. And these aren't just words. From the moment a Fontestad orange begins to grow until the final process it goes through is completed, every protocol of actions carried out by Fontestad is confirmed by the strictest international food industry certificates of quality and hygiene. Fontestad, we set the standard for quality.